Welcome in, TBD fam. Make sure you get your dubby. Stay off gummy, get your dubby. Unleash your potential with Dubby Energy. Tired of energy drinks that leave you feeling jittery or crashing later? Dubby Energy is here to revolutionize your energy game. And don't forget to use our promo code TBD the radio show, all one word, for 10% off your purchase. Dubby, fuel your fire and own the day. Let's get into the episode. What up? What up? What up? It's your boy James, aka Ralph's favorite, joined by my nearest and dearest, my man Reggie, aka Speed and Bullet, aka Beautiful Fucking Bobby, and my man B3 exclamation points in the building. TBD the radio show live, man. What's up?
We here tonight. Reggie, you on mute if you try and talk, but we here tonight.
We here. We back in the building. This is episode 46. The first live episode, 46. So y'all gonna get to see us go through the episode. Y'all gonna see us, you know what I mean? Some old shits. You know what I mean?
Immediately.
You're gonna see the top of B head, pause, every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see Reggie make faces and pop in and out, you know what I mean? You're probably gonna hear some pauses too, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you should have some laughs. We hope to teach you some things and you walk away with some things.
Fuck with us. Comment. Let us know how you feel about the episode and all the good shit. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I know we had a discussion after the last pod about going live on YouTube, and I don't know if I missed that somewhere in the chat or in the discussion, but I had no idea that we was going live tonight. So a little breaking the fourth wall. I texted the chat earlier and was like, yo, we live on the radio tonight. And James just hit me with the no. Now I thought it was a mistake because I saw James' wife repost a post that said live tonight TBD at 8:30. I thought that said on the radio. I didn't read it fully because I mean it's the day it is. I'm drinking, I'm lit, whatever. I didn't whatever. We here.
Well, let me say this. I too was shocked that went live. And once again, breaking the fourth wall. If you and B was there for this, if you would have bet based on me and James back and forth, is a good way of describing it.
Spirited discussion.
Spirited discussion. You probably would have. Your takeaway would have been that we were never going live. So, so I was too shocked. That we were going live.
But you know what, you gotta be careful, Reggie. I'm sure you know this about James. This might be his way of being petty. Like, all right, they don't want to listen to me. We going live. Fuck it. I'm gonna let them see on their own. Yeah, nigga, you.
I gave James much more credit than that.
All right, thank you, Reggie.
Gave James supercomputer brain, did the calculations, and said this might be a good look. That's what I, that's what I'm gonna go with that story.
I got a different philosophy when it comes to James. You know what?
Is it my time?
Not yet. You want to hear my philosophy?
Share.
My philosophy when it comes to James is, fuck that nigga. He got too many hangups.
Did you notice in honor of us going live, I have a microphone because
shit.
You didn't even peep that.
I didn't peep.
Correct aesthetics.
I'm fucking up. I am fucking up. I had to get my mic off.
I was checking Amazon all day, and the time of the package kept being pushed back. So it did arrive about 2 minutes before I jumped on. So, in honor of us going live, I wanted to have a little microphone so I can have the aesthetics.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
Is it my turn to go?
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing, bro.
All I want to say is 2 things, actually. After our passionate discussion,
spirited
discussion, that Haas, he stayed on for the whole spirited discussion. Like, why not? You know, I think he put out some popcorn and shit as we were at it, right?
That's gonna be in his tell-all.
I thought at the end of it, I did say, let's do it. I'm with it. We can do it, right? That's the first thing. But then the second thing is in our chat, not the good chat, the other chat, the business chat. I put a picture of what was StreamYard and showing the 3 lives. And then, well, not only that, I did the promo. So I guess, you know, I don't have to say it. That was the one story that B didn't share, Reggie.
You did a promo?
Oh shit! You didn't even see the promo in the story.
I saw the promo. No. I saw the promo. I just assumed it was just. I'm sorry, I didn't watch the whole promo. My bad.
Obviously.
Clearly. Yeah, I know. Clearly. We here. Let's be positive tonight, bro.
We here. Listen. Shout out to the 2 viewers we got right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. One of them better. Well, we got one. That one better be my wife. Okay. All right. That's all I'm saying. You know
it's all right. It's all right. Because when we doing JVP numbers, we gonna remember the people that was here. Started from the bottom, now we here, nigga.
Shit. We grandfathering nobody in.
Exactly.
No doubt.
How y'all feeling?
I'm excited, man. I'm here. It's Saturday.
It's a Saturday night.
Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Halloween just passed. I got my my costume on and shit. You saying, what's the costume? I'm a polo model.
Oh yeah, well, that's fitting. Okay. Question. The fact that we doing this on a Saturday at 8:30, are we just washed old niggas at this point? Yeah. Like, can we say that out loud and just be fine with it?
I'm fine with it. I live in Florida. The fuck?
Oh yeah. Yeah, gangsters don't die. They get chubby and move to Miami.
Super washed, yo. It's 8:30 Saturday night. I'm in the crib. With y'all niggas remote. Like,
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna speak for myself. I was at my bike club house earlier. Had a couple of drinks there. Actually rode my bike. It was a little chilly, but rode my bike a little bit. So
getting those miles in.
I got to.
Oh shit, Reggie. Let me ask you a question. My man Marley, he is now in a bike club, right?
That's all. Go ahead.
Well, he's a prospect. I said, you a prospect now, right? He like, yeah, I'm a prospect. And he said one of the things that he has to do as a prospect, he has to clock so many miles. Like, I think 2,500 miles a year or something like that. Do y'all have that in y'all bike club as one of the things prospects must do?
No.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Y'all just fuck them up?
Nah, man, we beat them. No, not at all. But no, we don't. We have, obviously we have a set of standards and guidelines. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a very good one. Is he prospecting for a bike club in a warm environment?
No, he in Philly.
He in Philly.
Yeah.
You know the club?
Yeah, I do.
You care to share?
I mean, we'll share off air.
Okay.
You know them niggas.
Okay. Is it my niggas?
No.
All right. I mean, if I know them, they probably all my niggas. I mean, I have
not like that. I'm just saying. I'm sure you know of the MC. I'm sure you know.
Yeah. I mean, Philly MC is a pretty tight group. So everybody pretty much knows everyone. I mean, I'm sure once you say the name, it'll be a bunch of folks that I'm familiar with. So
Yeah.
that's cool. That's good for him.
Yeah, shout out to our guy Molly. Every time I go get my hair, that's all he talk about is his bike club stories, riding on the highway, being scared and getting
That's
over
his
his
new
fear,
shit.
getting a
Yeah.
new bike. That's all he talk about. When I go to the shop, it's usually on YouTube. He watching some bike shit, and it's like that's all he talk about.
Or burners.
Yes, that's his two things: guns and bikes. Guns
Guns
and
and
butter.
butter.
That's his shit. That's it. That's his whole shit. Like guns and
They
bikes.
definitely go together.
Yeah, that's his whole shit. I fuck with him though. Shout out to Molly. But no, what was you saying, Reggie? You was at the bike club earlier, getting lit.
Yeah. So I mean, the we old niggas and we ain't got
You
nothing.
obviously cooler than us. Go ahead.
Right.
I mean, I'm probably cooler than y'all at this stage. But yeah, I mean, I was at the club earlier. You know, had a few drinks, so I was pre-gaming, and I was actually doing some guerrilla advertisement for TBD. I was just grabbing people's phones and just you go and subscribe with us. So we got a couple of subscribers, and that's what I normally do.
Quick funny story. So y'all know I play tennis, and on the weekends I play tennis with some older gentlemen. I believe I'm comfortable saying most of them are senior citizens. So a couple weeks ago, one of them just pulled up and was like, "Hey man, you be making a lot of sense on that podcast." I didn't even know he know I had a podcast or I was on a podcast per se. And he's like, yeah, you on a podcast, right? I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, I be seeing the clips on TikTok. Like, first of all, old nigga, why you on TikTok? Like, this guy is definitely one of the senior citizens. Like, why you on TikTok?
You know
So
why.
he said he said this in front of the other tennis players. So now everybody send me the podcast, blah blah blah. So I friended a couple of them on Facebook. And it's funny now because now I'm getting comments like, "Oh yeah, you be making a lot of sense." Like, yeah, it's like, all right,
That's what's up, yo.
we got some old tennis playing.
When I look on YouTube, the analytics, and I look at the age demographics of the people that's messing with us, of course, it's males. All right, the males are the majority, but they old heads.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe them analytics, man. Them Jones be. I looked at it was like our average age group was like 70 years old. Like, come on, man. I hope and pray that's not our age group. It can't be.
That's Miss Ann, Miss Roxanne. That's all them, yo.
Right.
Man. Many of them to sway the numbers.
Listen, I gotta keep my cuss count. I don't know if my mom might be flinging through FB and be like, "Oh, there go my
boy." Right, there go my boy. And you like, yeah, when I fuck the bitch.
Like, I love them titties.
Right, exactly. Shout out Sydney Sweeney.
Shout out Sydney Sweeney. We're not gonna go
there. Yeah, no.
We're not gonna go all Joe.
Nah.
But all I'm going to tell you is if you are an appreciator of nurturing, Google Sydney Sweeney.
Or just go to Instagram. Go to one of her most.
And if you love milk.
Double whammy, right? Double whammy if you love milk and you love nurturing.
Reggie, how you feel about milk? We talking about this?
I'm not.
What kind of bacon is milk? Did you tell us that?
Right. What's the?
Yeah, we'll have a category for milk. We really don't. Yeah, we'll have a category.
I know what kind of. I know category. No, I know what category it is perfectly.
What?
Last week I went to Giant. I was in there, and I saw something I never saw before. You know what they had?
What?
Because of the season. Pumpkin flavored bacon.
You didn't buy that shit, did you?
Nigga, you know I bought 2. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Who are you talking to? You got too many hangups. Of course I bought the fucking pumpkin bacon.
I gotta tell my bros we have a new bacon designation.
Pumpkin bacon, exactly.
Because they love the pumpkin.
I look at boys sideways when they start talking that pumpkin shit. Pumpkin spice, pumpkin lime. I hate this part of the year because of pumpkin everything. And
So
you love it.
So you're gonna hate my pumpkin pie is greater than sweet potato pie take. We'll get to that closer to Thanksgiving.
Lord have mercy.
See, I see y'all scrunch y'all faces up, and now I know that scrunch your face is out of ignorance because y'all don't eat enough pumpkin pie to really know.
You know what we should do? We should do a blind challenge.
Yeah.
Of a piece of pumpkin pie.
You should. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, you're gonna be surprised.
Well, like some store-bought or somebody made it?
Store-bought. It don't matter.
Yeah, store because
somebody made it as a cheat code.
Oh, because sweet potato pie gonna win every time.
It's not.
I will say this. I think the knee-jerk reaction is based on our culture that we're gonna roll with. With Big Mama, right? With the sweet potato pie. But I actually would like to do a Pepsi challenge. I can say that I probably haven't had much pumpkin pie.
Yeah, I haven't.
And one of the reasons why is I'm kind of like James. Like this part of the year, I'm like pumpkin. Everything is
it's obnoxious. They throw it in your face a lot, and it can turn you off. Like I ain't fucking with this shit. This is some white propaganda from
it's
the
like
man.
Green bean casserole.
No, I didn't have that. Jesus Christ.
Listen, sweet potato pie, when you take a bite, it take you back to the back home down south. That's all right.
Look at James went right back to slavery.
I was ready to get an old Negro spiritual out real quick.
Right. Let my people go. Like, why did we claim sweet potato pie? Just asking. Like, how did sweet potato become the thing for us?
I'm assuming Reggie probably know the real answer, but I'm gonna say that's what we got. We ain't get the good russets, the good Idahos. Y'all niggas get the sweet potato. We took that and we made it what it is, yo. I mean,
I love that story. I think it probably just has something to do with it growing regionally or something like that. And I think that there is this thread in our culture to be like opposite of the other folks.
Yeah.
You know, I just think that's a thread. So, but I would like to know the history of why it is kind of like a staple in our
culture is like sweet potato.
I'm gonna look that up. And before we move on, and you know what I mean, really,
I do know about yams though. Pause.
I don't think you have to pause yams. I think we all know about yams.
We all trying to get to the yams.
We all trying to get to the yams. But Big, who put you on pumpkin pie?
I just like it. Nobody. I just fucking like it.
That tracks. That's you.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Real quick, how y'all feel?
Oh, go ahead.
Real quick, how y'all like sweet potatoes with the marshmallows or without?
Without.
I can do either, but I think traditionally without.
All right, same here. S'mores, y'all eat s'mores?
Yeah, I've had s'mores.
Okay. Nah, I was just wondering. Interesting discussions came up.
What, white people camping versus black people?
Nah, I was just thinking about how much I used to love going to Boston Market when I was younger.
Boston Market.
And Boston Market used to be a problem for me because, which also might track. Sorry, James. I don't like baked macaroni and cheese.
I know. I wasn't going to bring that up.
I'm gonna bring it up. I don't give a fuck. Y'all motherfuckers don't scare me. I like the right. Oh yeah, Reggie. Right, exactly. You know what I mean, we the two niggas on the podium, like with the Black Power.
Right.
And
Nah,
James the other one hating.
yeah, exactly. Like these niggas, these house niggas. It don't help that he the darkest one on the pod. We
Yeah.
gonna get to that. uh, we gonna get to that another time. But nah, so I used to go to Boston Market and they had the macaroni and cheese with the spiral noodles or whatever that was not baked. I like that, the stovetop with the cheese. I like that one. But they had the sweet potatoes, but they put the marshmallows in it, so I never would get that. So that was like always conflict for me. But anyway, that was a little tangent. Shout out to Boston Market. I haven't been there in forever, and it's crazy because I used to love that shit, but now when
Where
I
they
just
at?
drop, well, it's one right on Stenton.
Oh, it
I
is?
drive,
Oh,
yeah,
you
I drive
told me
by it.
that.
I drive by it all the time. Like I can go to Boston Market anytime because it's right there.
Is
It's a
it
couple
clean?
places. Yeah, yeah, it's right there.
No, I said, is it clean?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
It's it's clean. And the one on the boulevard has always been there. I ain't going nowhere. That's a staple.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's just I used to love it. Now I don't go. But
Well,
I
guess
wonder
what?
what. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I never been a Boston Market bull.
No.
Nope. People love Boston Market. Nope. And I do like Thanksgiving food,
Yeah.
but give me that fried shit.
My mom, she swears by Boston Market to this day.
Shout out to Miss Ann. She'll
Shout out
fuck
to
you
Miss
up.
Ann.
And
Yes,
my mom's birthday was yesterday.
Oh,
oh,
shout out Miss
shit.
Ann. Oh,
Happy
okay.
belated
Shout out
birthday, Miss Ann.
right.
And of course, I went to go see her. And of course,
She had a smorgasbord.
oh yeah, of course. But more so, the Esplanade was flowing. Heavy.
What part of the city Miss Ann live in?
My mom lives a block from Kensington and Allegheny.
Oh, shit.
She actually lives on Westmoreland. She lives
He live. Boston Market is nasty. Shout out to my babe. All right. Okay, so I know my babe is watching. I know how to handle this joint.
I know what line not to cross.
Yeah, but before we jump into the topics, I had a it's very hard being a girl dad moment.
Oh shit!
Not when I paused the I got on mute when my daughter called me. Right, shout out to my daughter Madison. So she called me because currently right now she's at this this like choir event that is performing for the Saquon Barkley Foundation, right? So funny thing is, I said, well, our parents invited? And she was like, nah, parents aren't really invited to this one unless you're gonna buy a ticket.
Okay.
Said, how much is a ticket? So she said, the ticket is $5,000. I said, y'all be sitting this one out, right? So she just called me, and that's why I put it on mute. So she says that she just had a chance to meet Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts, and in her 15-year-old schoolgirl voice, she's like, "Oh my God, he touched my shoulder." Come on now.
Wait a minute. It was Jalen, right?
No, she said it was Saquon.
Oh, he's the other one.
Oh my God, Saquon touched my. Come on, bro. Like I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife watching, she'll probably be like, Jalen touched my shoulder, babe.
It's just those little small things that if I had a son, it would feel different. I mean, it'd feel different. It's like, my daughter Saquon.
Hold up, Reggie.
It's not too late, bro. Had that son.
Never too late. If Beyonce touch your shoulders, you coming on the show and telling us?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You're gonna be excited too, right? Because I am.
I mean, I wouldn't be jumping around in a circle.
No.
But I'm like, oh yeah, be touch my shoulder.
I'd be
Now,
like, yo, she.
I'm putting this hoodie in a frame and never washing it.
Funny story, something that bothers me to this day. 100 years ago, Destiny Child was at Granite Run Mall, and I went right up there.
Shit.
Went right up there with my fellas right after we got off work. Caught the bus caught the 110 bus right to Granite Run Mall. Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle. This is after they kicked Farrah out, and Beyonce
Damn,
walked by.
this was good Destiny Child too.
Beyonce walked by close enough for me to like run and grab her butt. To this day, I wish I would have did that. I don't know why I admitted. I mean, I was in my mind at the time that would have been cool, but at 40, whatever age I am, like I realized like that's crazy. That's a sexual assault. Don't do that. But in my 20s, it's like, yeah, grab Beyonce ass. Like, what are you talking about? But anyway, shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
What we got going on this week? Let me see this topic list on a Saturday evening. Oh, this is appropriate. So I think the biggest thing, well, no, a hard shift. The biggest thing that's been going on in the world that you can't escape from is the SNAP benefits ending. Right? Now, not getting into the political perspective yet, but I saw that the Supreme Court rule or 2 federal judges said you can't do that. You got to use funds and fund this shit, nigga. What the fuck you doing? And it's, to me at this point, it's unclear whether or not SNAP is being funded for November or not.
Right.
I know Trump has previously ignored Supreme Court and judges' rules, and if I put you in a position, yeah, I might ignore you. Like, nigga, I made you. Fuck you. So anyway, that's not the story. What I did find particularly interesting is that there was a mass, there's a groundswell of organization of sticking together. So November 3rd, Monday, November 30th, 6:30, supposedly we're going to Walmart and we're going to walk out at 7:30 and not pay for shit because SNAP benefits are ended. Did y'all see this?
I saw it because you sent it.
Okay.
Where is that woman based at?
I don't know, but she putting it out for the world. Go to Walmart Monday at 6:30, get your shit and roll out. My question is, with the status being SNAP benefits are no more, should people just steal?
No.
You mean should they continue stealing?
I mean, well, should they up the level of stealing?
Should they be coordinated stealing?
Yes. Should we coordinate this mass stealing event at 6:30?
Reggie, before you give a grown-up opinion on
right, because he is.
You see his face?
For the listeners who's going to hear this, Reggie is aggressively shaking his head no, that this should not be a thing. And I'm like, steal that shit in my head.
I'm with it. Okay?
Right.
I'm like, let's band together, because here's the thing. They can't get us all. Right? Just like in the Army, you got the front line. I'm going to be somewhere back here coming in like after the 3rd rush goes in.
Nah.
You got to be strategic about where you're placed. All right? Y'all go first. Y'all think y'all got the bet. Go. Let them fall. I mean, well, not fall, but if they get sacrificed, collateral damage. Come on, man. We coming out this joint and we having Thanksgiving this year.
Right. Hold on, Reggie. Mute up. Because, let me be ignorant with James for a minute. Yeah, steal that shit. Fuck them niggas. SNAP benefits. We going to Walmart. Y'all got the money. Y'all own a bunch of shit. Fuck out of here. We out with all our shit. I mean, take it up with the current administration about how y'all got ransacked. Just like COVID. I mean, when COVID was here, shit got thick, and some stores had to take a L, but they all right.
Listen, this could be done within like a good 5-10 minutes. It's called smash and grab.
And the
Okay.
snap benefits, yo. It's food. Now, if you trying to steal other shit other than food, I'm not with that. But food and snap benefits cut off, get that shit.
Hold up. If you happen to go into a Walmart sell more than one
Right,
thing.
you might need that Roku.
So listen, while y'all going to the food, I'm going over here. This John. Come on, man. And you might be able to pay a couple people for your spot. Like, yo, I got a dub for you, man. Come on. Go get your homies and come. We about to run up in the joint. What I'm
Man,
not with, and Reggie will probably agree with this, what I'm not with is running down on your local poppy store and grabbing they shit.
nah, don't
Don't
run up.
do
Nah,
don't
go to
do
the
that.
corporations. Go to the big
Right.
corporations with a bunch of money.
And don't do it to Aldi and save a lot. I feel like they run by black people. I don't know that to be certain. But go ahead, Reggie.
I don't know. I fuck
Throw
with
us
them, but
up.
yeah, I fuck with you. Reggie, go ahead. Give us your mature why we shouldn't steal everything November 3rd. Take.
So, believe it or not, I didn't even really think about people stealing stuff really until you sent us that post, right? And what I actually thought about was that that SNAP benefit, that there's this misconception that it's like all black people is on SNAP, right?
Right.
That's like, and that's what even what Donald Trump just said. He said majority of Democrats are on SNAP, and that's totally incorrect. So what I thought about was that black people, we have a history of knowing how to make shit work, right? And if it meant making shit work for a month or however it's going to take for it to
Yeah.
be back in session, you know, I think that we could do that. In my opinion, the white people don't know how to function, when shit ain't going your way, and shit ain't been going our way for a while, and SNAP benefits been getting cut for a while, so
Mhm.
I don't know. And I don't know everybody's refrigerator or everybody's cupboard.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Is your cupboard empty?
No.
Um, it's probably not, right? It's probably not empty. And there are a lot of organizations that have food assistance programs and all kinds of stuff that
Right. Right.
uh, we don't have to, we don't have to resort to those means. So I didn't even really think about, moms with kids, stealing out of Walmart. I didn't think about that. What I did think about was this. Thought about just YNs doing YN stuff. I mean, like they do at every local Wawa, just take shit and just roll. Like I thought about that, but I think it would be more harmful to the white people that are not used to changing gears and making adjustments. So it is interesting to see that there could possibly, and everything on the internet is kind of, you got to take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
But it is interesting to hear people talk about just a coordinated response. I'm not totally after BSIN. I'm not totally against it. Uh, I'm not totally against it. It's something that I guess maybe in my mind I'm giving my folks grace, and I'm thinking that that's not something that we want to do. Um, but I was just kind of concerned about people just doing it just because, and it's a difference between doing it just because and doing it because you need it. Because I mean, the last thing I want to see is somebody getting locked up, dude. Because your ass gonna probably get locked up,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
listen, if it's your first offense, you're gonna be able to release yourself. You know
it ain't
what I
gonna be
mean?
your first because your first was probably during COVID, during
Yeah.
that was your first. That was your first.
Well, listen, two things. One, like Reggie said, we as a people have learned to do the most with less, right? I'm sure y'all eat chitlins. I don't, but I'm sure y'all do, right? You know what I'm saying? Another example of doing the most with the least. Okay. And second thing is November 3rd at 7:30, you said, or 6:30?
6:30. We walking out at 7:30.
Is this EST?
It's a good point.
Okay.
Good
Because
point.
I'm going to the Walmart at 6:30 EST. And I'm gonna have my phone ready. I'm not saying I'm not doing nothing, but I want to see if I having this now. If they were smart, this is what they'd do. 6:30 EST. We go and play the parking lot just to see what go down. See if it's the law around or whatever like that. If they prepare, we do it at 7:30. Because they wait to run out, we running in at 7:30. Let's go.
So I saw once. Let me tell you a crazy story. I was in used to be Pathmark or one of those old supermarkets that that shut down and it's now probably
Gennardi's. Oh
yeah.
no,
Right. Now defunct.
Right, exactly. So I saw someone
Gennardi's. You eat pumpkin pie, nigga. Fuck.
they give it
Gennardi.
free samples of it.
Right. Nigga that's super fresh talking shit.
But I saw someone pile up 2 shopping carts like full of like detergent, like the expensive, like the Gain and Tide, right? And I thought it was kind of weird for somebody to be putting that much in 2 carts.
Right.
And I saw them just walk out. And somebody was like, did they just walk out with all of that? By the time they figured out what was going, they was out. So
is that the boys that be selling the detergent down? Never mind. I don't blow that spot out. They be having the joints like they got.
What James is alluding to is if you know, you can get detergent for a discounted price at a certain place. Shout out to them.
Supplies.
All you clean is Lysol, Suavitel, everything you need. Shout out to them. But nah, I'm with the still. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like honestly, that's how I feel. I know Reggie said like he didn't think about it, but when I saw that there was a potential for SNAP benefits to be cut, the first thing I thought was just like, oh, steal that shit, because the thought of having your family go hungry is preposterous. And I seen some misinformation out there. I was trying to find the clip while you were talking, Reggie, of somebody on Fox News saying that, the program needs to end because this is what he said. He said people are getting their hair done. They're getting weaves. They're getting their nails done with SNAP benefits. And it's like the mass spreading of misinformation on what you can do with SNAP benefits and the racial overtones that man or person decided to use is crazy.
And it's been like that for years. I mean, starting in the 80s with Ronald Reagan and his comments about the welfare queen. Yeah. Like it's just been.
And real quick, just to be clear, more white people are on SNAP than black people.
But they not using it to their advantage. Like, it used to be a time where you could only get cold foods. Now, they figured out a way in some spots where you can get the hot grubs too.
Oh, text me that way on the side.
You know what I mean? Now, listen, if Ling Ling and them, if they figured out a way to make it so you could use the SNAP for the joints, that's not everybody though.
Yeah.
All right, that's not everybody. But if I can get crab legs with my SNAP, you fuck shit up.
So let me also say this: we do understand that anyone that's receiving SNAP benefits needs it.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's nobody that's making 6 figures that got SNAP benefits, right?
If they is, holla at me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if somebody can finagle the system to that degree, but without finagling the system, there is a myriad of checks and processes in order to get approved for whatever you're getting. And most of the time it has to do with your wage proximity to the poverty line.
Right.
So like there's no one that is just making money that it has Snap. It's just not a thing. So even if the Republicans are talking about just getting rid of it, like I read a study that said that 85% of SNAP is like people that are disabled, veterans, the elderly.
Yeah.
Like, it's and a lot of it is just like B said, it's propaganda. Like people ain't out here buying bushels of crabs. Like it's not. That's not.
Depending on
That's
what neighborhood you in, but go ahead.
I mean, but listen, if I think that anecdotal evidence is not facts. That a couple of people doing something doesn't mean that it's the masses.
Facts.
And that's what we have to kind of think about. When we have these conversations, that there is forces out there that want us to believe that everybody is getting their hair done and buying crab legs, but the actuality is everybody that is on Snap needs it.
Facts. Except if your name is Kevin McCall. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's annoying too? Sorry, that's funny. You know what's annoying too? I keep seeing black faces being denigrating people for being upset about needing Snap. And this is upsetting because I hate that it's constantly without being poached by the other side. There are some black people who just go out of their way to just be like, oh. So one video I saw was a guy, he said he was 25. He was like, yeah, I don't want my tax dollars going to Snap. Go get a job. And it's like, did I miss the part where Snap benefits ending meant that you get to save money on your taxes? Because you saying you don't want your tax dollars going to that, but do you trust where they're going if it's not going to Snap? So that's annoying. I saw another person saying he said a ridiculous number like, oh, people are selling their Snap benefits. These people are getting $4,000 a month. It's like no one's getting $4,000 a month in Snap benefits. And also, to further the point, if you are getting SNAP benefits and you find a way to sell the SNAP benefits for cash, so the fuck what? Clearly, no, let me hold on. Clearly, you need the money, cash money to use for other things. You figured out a way to budget whatever you need in SNAP and feed your family with a certain amount, and you can budget the other amount by what you sell. So the fuck what? Who gives a fuck? Why you care so much about SNAP benefits and what people are doing with it? Shut the fuck up. I hate you niggas sometimes.
Meanwhile, we're planning to send 40 million to Argentina.
Right. Nobody cares. Nobody care about, we sending 40 million or whatever billion.
Billion.
Nobody cares about, are we sending 40 billion? Or no one says, I don't want my tax money going to Argentina. But yeah, SNAP benefits. Yeah, get off your ass and go get a job. It's such stupid, ignorant takes by people that look like us. I'm tired of seeing it. And fuck all y'all.
All right.
Well spoken, B.
That shit is annoying. I've been saying it all week, and I'm at this point. It's November 1st. I'm still unclear whether or not SNAP is canceled or not.
Right.
I saw the judges rule against it and order Donald Trump to use emergency contingency funds for SNAP, but he do what the fuck he want to do. So I don't even know if that's a thing.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Before we go on, before we move on to the next topic, B, I want to ask y'all: did y'all get a chance to watch Shaka Johnson on Fox 29?
Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see it. Tell me about it.
So he did another interview with Fox 29, and
real quick. I'm sorry, before you go, real quick for the audience. Shaka Johnson is the attorney representing Keon King in the trial regarding Kata Scott, Philadelphia woman who was kidnapped and murdered by Keon King allegedly. Continue.
Yeah, so he basically doubled down on him representing Keon King, why he should be representing him. He said it's not about notoriety. He said it's not about money. And it's funny because I did like a chat GPT search of him before we talked about it, like last episode. And one of the things that came up was what I talked about, where he negotiated surrender of that guy that barricaded himself in the house, right?
Okay.
Even he sees that as a major accomplishment in his career because he referenced that. Because he was like, notoriety. I could tell you about things that I've done, way before that. Money, I got higher paying clients and stuff like that. He does make a point where at the end of the day, it's a black on black crime. So if I don't represent her, it could be another black person representing her. I think what Shaka misses, the point of this is that you are, and I forgot my man name, Reggie, and you can tell me, but the guy on Fox 29, basically like, you are known for winning cases. You know what I mean? So it's like, why would you take this case? Basically, like, you looking to win or whatever winning is for you. Why would you take this case at the end of the day? I think he's missing that point where, like, it's because it's a young black girl in your city that was murdered. And for all we know, Keon King is not the murderer. All right, even though that's how it looks, because there is another suspect, right? So more will come out, but I just think that he really missing that point, man. And it's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? And
I think there's a couple points he missing, but go ahead, Reggie. You got something you want to say?
So on the interview, he said something that I thought was very interesting, and I think it hasn't been highlighted. That he claims, Shaka Johnson, he claims that he was already representing.
Yes.
Keon. What's his last name?
King.
Keon King. So he claims that he was already representing him before he was charged, and he claims that he previously represented him, and his family contacted him about some police activity in a house that they previously lived in. So he used kind of his contacts to kind of figure out what might have been the issue. He says that he was under the impression that the only trouble that Keon had been in recently was something to do with the DUI.
Yeah.
So he, in his conversations with Krasner, ended up getting kind of updates on what was happening in the case, and updates putting King as a person of interest and being involved in the case. So what he claims is that he was already his attorney, and this is just that him being charged is kind of like an extension of him already representing him. And to drop a client, there are some legal and ethical matters that a lawyer actually has to kind of adhere to in order to just drop a client. It's actually not as easy as we think it is to drop a client. Like, there are very specific reasons that a lawyer can drop a client. And it normally has to do with payment, or just your client is not cooperative. It's not really just easy to just drop a client because there is there is an assumption of guilt if a lawyer drops you, and that ends up kind of tainting your case. So when he explained that, if what he is saying like checks out, and he's not just having lawyer talk, that's very interesting. A very kind of interesting reason that that he gave, that he was all ready. So it's not like he saw him on TV as a murder suspect.
Right.
Let me jump on that to get some notoriety. In his words, this was not even, he wasn't even aware that this is where this was going.
The family retained him.
Mm-hmm.
So Shaka Johnson got Wi-Fi?
I mean, I don't know the timeline, B. I mean, I don't know if he lives in a cave.
I mean, I'm just saying he got Wi-Fi. We saw the video of Keon King in that.
He's not on that frequency.
Well, no,
he
was already representing him well before this information came out, before he was charged, before the previous woman released this. He's saying that he was already representing him.
Did he have paperwork proof of this, or did he just say that?
No, he said that he was a family attorney.
If it checked out, I don't know if it checked out, but I'm saying that during the interview.
Can I ask a question? All right, I hear all that. I understand that. I understand. I comprehend well. Do you give a fuck?
No.
I don't care. I personally don't care.
No.
Okay. I'm conflicted because everyone deserves representation. I feel that way, honestly. At the same time, and maybe it's me. Maybe I'm too much of an empath to see this type of story and have that type of video of Keon King out and still comfortably represent him. If I'm an attorney, I couldn't do it personally.
Right. After you get to see all that,
yeah.
Then it's like,
if it could negatively affect his career, like say he could get disbarred, would you say?
I think he's I'm sorry, disbarred by bowing out of the, not deciding not to be as a, I'm not going to risk.
But I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, no.
Well, I think that's what he's trying to argue also.
That it could potentially lead to him being disbarred. I don't know. I think that what he's not considering is, I don't know if he's considering the negative of him actually winning the case.
Don't care.
I don't think he cares.
You don't, B.
You should care. You should care. And maybe before I speak too ignorantly, I do want to watch his interview, but without knowing what he said in the interview, I can't imagine how you wouldn't care unless you decide. Unless
send it to the chat too.
Unless you're going to not be in Philadelphia.
So I have a question. Be like, what would be like his concerns if like if he takes
the city is really turned. I drove by Albury today. Honestly, I drove by Albury and Ada Lewis today. The memorial is still up. The funeral hasn't happened yet. It's happening November 8th at Mount Church of God on Stanton Avenue. It's still a very tender subject based on the nature of the case. So you winning this case with everything we know about Keon and how he got off his last case because the witness decided not to show up, they're going to look at you as the bad guy. You're going to be the bad guy. Who?
Hell no.
Shaka? No, stay far. No. You're going to be looked at.
So do you think it would negatively affect his career? Do you think that it would be some type of threat to his safety?
Yes. To that, yes, for sure.
Yeah, we're going to just move out the city.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Out the city, right?
I live in the city now.
Out the state. You got to go somewhere else. Like, you got to change a couple times.
So you think that someone would want to harm him for taking this case?
Yes. Yes. I wouldn't rule that out. Yes, for sure.
They ain't coming in Lansdowne, do nothing.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Where's his office? Where's his office?
Oh, it's in Philadelphia. It's in downtown.
All right.
Listen, I think this is all for political aspirations. win or lose this case, this can catapult me into a political circle.
I don't
I
believe,
got
believe
I
so.
got the guy off who previously got off because a witness didn't show up.
I don't think he get them off. I don't think that is well, unless he proves that Keon King, you know how we love reasonable doubt. He proves reasonable doubt, presents reasonable doubt, and Keon King is not the suspect. He is an accomplice. Because the boy going to do time, right? It's just how much time, and of course, I assume the lesser of the time is a win in his book.
Hmm.
And for me, that reward is not worth the risk.
I get you.
Just for me.
I get you.
For it,
You
for
know a
him
lot of
clear,
people.
yeah.
I tend to agree. Like I don't think it's worth the risk.
I agree too.
Yeah, yeah. I don't
But
think it's worth the
yeah,
risk.
Not bad. I just had to.
no,
Last,
it's fine. We'll continue to keep up with this story because, like I said, the city is still reeling from, everything that happened. Again, the memorial's still up. For me personally, even going by Aubrey and Ada Lewis and just being that familiar with the area, it's still kind of eerie in a sense, just knowing that happened there. Um, and yeah, the city's still reeling from everything that happened with her, because a large section of the population feel like it was avoidable, based on his previous charge that got he didn't get charged with because no witness didn't show up, and the video is just all bad. And again, rest in peace to Kata Scott, and prayers to her family, and real life prayers to her family. I know I can't imagine what they're dealing with, and the strength that they're going to have to exhibit going forward, especially coming up this Saturday with the
Yeah.
funeral and everything. But yeah, we'll keep you updated with that story. And there's no way to properly transition or segue into another topic, but I'm going to try to segue into something that might be comical for the pod. I saw this and was I don't know if I would laughed or I didn't laugh. I was amused by Clay Thompson and Meg the Stallion buying a house. They did the whole two separate hand heart emoji, his hand and her hand. We bought a house with the key on the ring. And I just found that particularly interesting. I had to share with the group. I had to share this as a topic because Meg the Stallion, it has this
Go ahead, say it.
colorful history amongst the industry. And
Promiscuity.
yes, and she admitted herself, like, Meg the Stallion, as she said in one of her lives, Meg the Stallion likes to fuck.
Okay.
And there are multiple people, a lot of well-known people who can say,
That's that.
I fuck Meg the Stallion in the
Three
industry.
Tory Lanes.
Yeah. Well, there are multiple people in the music industry and entertainment industry who can say I fuck Meg Thee Stallion. Let me just leave it there. Um, Now on the flip side of that, Klay Thompson, who most famously with the Golden State Warriors for championship rings, now with the Dallas Mavericks, he is known as kind of aloof and out of the loop. His father's Michael Thompson, former NBA player with the Lakers, so he grew up pretty well to do. And it's not out of the imagination that he missed all of the Meg the Stallion drama, quote unquote, stuff. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
You don't have
I see.
Wi-Fi, as you just said.
I mean, it's not. But so I'm saying that because one of the things that remember when Kevin Durant joined the Warriors, one of the things he said was like, "I don't even know if Clay have a phone." So he's known as the type of guy to be aloof and not really paying attention to all the goings on of Meg the Stallion in that world. My interesting question, and I don't know if it's an interesting question. I don't even know if it's a question. When I saw this topic, it just made me. It amused me because it's like, damn, he really got whipped, and this was me assuming that he knew all the Meg Thee Stallion stuff over the past few years. It's like he really just didn't give a fuck about none of that, and just I got with Meg, and we here. Um, what do y'all think about that? Could y'all be Clay in this scenario? And let's be clear, Meg is Meg. I know all the stuff with Meg. She recently released her video to her song, but Meg looked good, yo.
I haven't watched the video yet. It's funny. My wife said, "This is a video that you'll probably like, babe."
That,
And
I agree with her. Shout out to her.
Still haven't watched it yet, but
Shout out to her for knowing her husband.
to answer your question, no,
Know what?
no, I'm not. I'm not doing that. Now, my question along with that is, what is enough? What is enough to have you say, "I've turned her into a housewife"? Is it just a house?
Apartment wife.
I mean, I'm still thinking in the back of my mind.
I mean, so to actually read the topic, Clay and Meg buy a house. Love wins. You can turn a hoe into a housewife.
I didn't want to go there.
I will say this. I think that when that phrase was created, that it was created before social media and before the internet. So
Yes.
if someone was an air quote hoe, it wasn't plastered all over the world. Right. So I think that Clay is probably what B didn't want to allude to, but he's probably whipped. I think that he is. However, I think that, and I've mentioned this before, I think Meg has done what I've suggested all of these kind of like celebrity, industry women to do. And it is to date someone that might have some bread, but that's not in the loop. That's not someone that frequents these types of events. And that's
what sucker.
I mean, I don't know if it makes him a sucker. I think that that it makes him not be as sensitive about this stuff because he's not
in it.
Yeah, he's not in it. But I think for her, I think that it's just like I described. Like you find someone that's not in the industry, but has some success, has some bread, and that will probably look at you more as more like a commodity and less just like somebody that is in the industry and is being ran through. So, I mean, I think for her, she found that. I think for him, I think it's rare to me that an NBA player who has access to it all would just get. I mean, they ain't even dating that long. I mean, so that's this is interesting. But I think to kind of put a button on it, I'm hoping that love does win. Right?
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
It is the formula that I suggest all women that are in the industry not date people in the industry, but still you can still find somebody that got some bread and got some sense, and that appears to play.
Personally, would you go ahead?
No, go ahead, Jimmy.
No, go ahead. No, he got one.
I was going to say he's no Iverson, right?
Right.
But I guess the next step will be the baby bump.
For sure. That's
lock her in.
That's coming. Yeah, that's coming January.
She might already be.
She might already be. Real quick, just a question popped in my head. Would you rather be Klay Thompson right now or Stephon
Stephon
Diggs?
Diggs. You know my answer. I know.
Of course.
Listen, we are so much more alike than we are different.
Right.
And we definitely are different.
Right. Right.
So
Gotta get past your hang-ups.
Me and Clay are both frequent chess players. So
Shit.
What'd you say, Reggie?
Me and Clay are both frequent chess players. So
oh my God. You already know who I'd rather be. You know what I'm saying? I would rather be Kevin Petty, but just not
of course.
Kevin Petty.
Well, y'all know how I feel about Cardi's personality.
It's huge.
A great big personality.
It is great.
Yeah.
And
it is great.
That works for me.
Shout out to them. Hopefully love wins. I just thought that was interesting. Because that would be the person that Meg would be able to get. Not saying she can get a bunch of people, but that would be the person where she would be able to, as she said recently in a podcast, be in her soft girl era, who would not really care about what's happening, about public perception or what's happening, or it's a couple stories out there. I ain't gonna lie, it would be a hang up for me. You know, that whole
I was gonna ask you because neither y'all didn't answer that.
Partisan not knowing about Tory and Meg saying to Partisan, I never did this with Yamin, and then coming to find out she did do such and such with Yamin with Tory. And then it's like, wait a minute, I asked you this straight up and you told me no. It would be a couple like it would be it would fuck with me.
Let me ask you something.
You wouldn't be the first woman to lie.
That's what I was about to. I was about to say that. Like,
but I'm Klay Thomas. I got millions. I can get somebody else.
Can you?
I'm Klay. Yes.
Again, he's
we talked about
Iverson.
this. We talked about this before. We're like, if I'm corny, and I don't know. I don't consider. I don't know if Klay is corny. But
we don't know.
I can understand if the perception is him being corny.
I mean, he probably. I'm sure he's been with attractive.
Meg pulled Klay.
And I don't know if Klay has dated any celebrities. I didn't check. I would need to see if he's ever dated a celebrity. But yeah, he can get attractive women, but
surely on light skin.
Yeah, right, but there really is only one Meg.
I mean, yeah, true.
I
mean, listen, that's a good joint to have.
Here's the question. So here's the question: if you're Klay, right, and there's two women, you got Meg and you got some other woman,
Sweetie.
No. I'm talking about a regular chick, right? You got Meg and everything that comes with her, positive and negative, right? But let's just say positive. There are some positives to dating Meg, right?
Right.
So you got two women, and you got Meg and another woman, and they are very close in looks, right? They both are very attractive women. This other nondescript woman does not have the negatives that Meg has, but doesn't have the positives that Meg could bring to the table. Which one are you choosing?
RJ.
I'm choosing a one because Meg done fucked a 3-point shot out of this nigga. This nigga can't make a three for shit. Like, I know it's early in the season, but god damn. Like, Klay is, I argued that Klay is the number 2 shooter all time behind Steph, but she done fucked a 3-point shot out of this nigga. God damn.
If I was Klay, I'm taking regular joint.
Regular joint?
I'm cool with regular joint because unless I don't know, I didn't do my due diligence on Meg. But once the street get back to me, like, bro.
But here's the thing: they never choose regular joint.
You
So
do if you
it's
do if
something.
you're
I'm saying
comfortable.
it's something about
I.e., basketball wives.
positives and the negatives, and there are positives to a chick that is of Meg's stature.
Right,
But
right.
there's a reason why, and I don't know the reason why. I think our knee jerk reaction is that we're gonna take the regular joint, right? You
Because
know,
we regular boys.
and that actually is the smart move, right? However, there's something in this circle that they don't choose the regular joint.
True.
And I'm assuming it's because the other joint has some positive things that the regular joint just can't provide.
Bread in excess.
We don't all seen the Meg twerk videos. I mean, we know we know what's going. We know what's happening. And shout out to Meg. I love Meg, and I don't mean to be disrespectful if I'm coming off, but you know, I'm just speaking as a nigga who, if I'm in Clay position with all that money and knowing the history there, it might be some hangups. But shout out to them. Hopefully love wins. Shout out to Meg. Shout out to Clay. Uh Shout out to them. I just thought that was interesting. Um oh yeah, we had a versus recently. Versus
Yes. Where my
um
camo shit at?
huh?
Where my camo shit at? I should be giving my
We had a versus and versus with Cash Money and No Limit and
Uh-oh.
COVID was a crazy, crazy, crazy time, right? COVID was crazy. But one of the things that was positive, couple things were positive out of COVID, and one was the verses, um, and how that started off and how that sparked and how Timberland and Swizz Beats flipped that into something and made it a whole thing and kept us entertained during COVID, which was a really like, looking back on it was a really like I don't even know how to classify the time. I guess that enough time hasn't passed yet. I want to say shitty time, but there were good moments that came from COVID. But regardless, versus is back. We had a versus recently in Las Vegas with No Limit and Cash Money. No Limit being Master P, Cash Money being Birdman, Juvenile, Little Wayne, No Limit again being Mia X, Silk the Shocker, the whole No Limit roster. Y'all know, Google it. And it was entertaining. It was shorter than what I expected to be, but it was definitely entertaining. And a lot of people might be surprised at how it ended. Now, on its face, if you hear Cash Money and No Limit at a versus, being the age that we are, who do you think wins that just without knowing shit about shit other
Cash
than
money.
the songs? Right.
Yeah, hands
Right.
down. And then the verses happens.
Then the verses happens. Reggie, what do you think?
I think the same thing. I think I initially thought that Cash Money was going to lap them.
Yeah.
However, it's almost kind of like a boxing match. Like you never know what's going to happen, and you know no limit held their own. I mean they
For
definitely
sure.
did. They for sure held their own, and I was shocked. But it actually kind of just really kind of brought me back to that time period that we just old now. So just seeing that on stage, like I said, I mean, No Limit definitely impressed me, and they made it much closer than I would have thought it would have been. I thought they were going to get lapped.
Yeah, no, I think No Limit actually won that. I was very surprised by that. And then, and like you said, it did take me back to a time. I do remember a time buying the No Limit album and then seeing in the CD cover, like, these albums are coming out next week. And it's like, yeah, there definitely was a period where Master P had it where he was dropping an album on with an artist every week. It was
Yeah.
crazy. Um, and it was just like I said, it was shorter than what I expected, and it's a tough matchup for Cash Money if there's no Little Wayne who did not show up at the verses. Um, but yeah, it was tough for Cash Money, but No Limit did show up and do their thing, and a lot of people feel like they won going away with the records that they were able to play and have access to. Um, a lot of people feel like, Mia X surprisingly
Shout out me.
had a had a was kind of the show stealer for the for No Limit on that side. But that was great, just to have verses back in any format. I know before there was talk of verses with Jermaine Dupri and Diddy, and just by saying the name Diddy, you can kind of see why that might not have happened. Um, but yeah, verses was great, and I think it's an avenue for it to continue in a non-COVID affected world. Um, yeah, more verses, bring that back some more. I'm
Listen,
with it.
couple takeaways from that versus. Number one, the boy with the shirt off. So my wife was like, "Yo, old head, put your shirt on." You know what I'm saying? Who is this boy? And it also made me realize, oh, that's right, I am 48. So all these niggas is either my age or older. So they don't necessarily look, all of them look how how they did. Shout
Yeah.
out to Juvenile, he looked the same. You know what I'm saying? Manny
Yes.
Fresh, still like he's still like a dyke. You know what I mean? You already know that. You know what I'm saying? Birdman still look like how he looked. Listen. But the boy with the shirt off, that's Boz, right? You remember him, he was the boy with the fro and the mustache in the No Limit movies. That's P Man and shit. Silk the
Hmm.
Shocker, still rapping off beat. And you know what a lot of people forgot? Well, I didn't. That Silk the Shocker was he was a boy that Jones liked.
No, I never forgot that.
He was corny as shit to me. Corny, rhyme wise and everything. But Jones was on him. Cash Money dropped the ball by not letting Turk be there and not letting Wayne be there. I had heard that Wayne was doing a concert or on a tour or something like that. That's why he wasn't there. But why did they even play a Millie? Like, I don't
Yeah,
think
that was strange.
I don't think they lost to John. I think they edged them by maybe one record. But No Limit, if you didn't remember, they definitely brought you back to the time. Like,
They
oh,
definitely
I
remind me.
forgot this John. Because when they did Bout It, I was
Yes.
like, oh shit, they did it too early. But I told my babe, I'm like, don't worry about it. They gonna do the C Murder John because they bringing Snoop out. Down for my nigga, because I ride for my what
Hmm.
Chopper Style. They should have did Back That Ass Up after Chopper Style, but Back That Ass Up is not Back That Ass Up without the Wayne verse. Just like Bling Bling, you gotta have the Wayne verse for those songs.
You
So
gotta had a Wayne verse for Back That Ass Up.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
All you gotta have for Back That
not
Ass Up
after
is
you back it up, then stop and drop it like it's hot. Drop it like
It
it's
was
hot.
more like an ad lib and not a.
Yeah, no, but that's the what the wobbly. That's when they really go in.
I
all
got
you need for Back That Ass Up is Cash Money taking over for the 9-9
Well,
for Colin. That's
that's
it.
what.
That's all you need. I love Wayne and I feel you. Yes, his part on that song was important, but all you need is that doom, 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 and him saying that, and it's a wrap.
yeah,
It's
okay,
over. Like this,
that's good.
that it's over for that. Speaking of verses, I thought this was strange too. Um, they brought up a old quote of Jay-Z saying that it'd be tough for anybody to challenge him in the verses. Now
And nobody stand on the stage with him.
this is super duper old.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been brought up, so we'll talk about it. Um, Jay-Z versus um what y'all think? Is there someone out
Yes,
there?
yes,
Oh,
yes.
well, let me
And I'm
finish
not even
this.
gonna give you the Nas take.
Is there someone out there without using producer credits that
Yes,
can stand with Jay in the verses? Oh, you
yes,
saying yes, like it's more than one
yes,
person.
yes. I'm gonna give you two because we're not gonna use Kanye because you said without producer credits. I think Wayne can stand on stage with Jay, and I think Drake can stand on stage with Jay. Excluding women, those two give Jay a tougher time than he thinks. Wayne, because Wayne has the whole generation that
Yes.
don't fuck with Jay.
Yes. Yes. There's
And
yes.
he has our generation, part of our generation too, with some of those songs.
Yeah.
Drizzy, because Drizzy got the slaps.
Yeah.
He got the
yeah.
slaps. And lastly, I think if we just did like verses or feature verses, Jada Kiss would game a hard run for his money too. Because Kiss got verses. I saw people talk about Nas too, and I think yes, Nas can stand on stage with Jay because he got 20 bangers. But the masses, it'll be the Jay versus Nas type of thing.
I think it would be hard for Nas. I think Jay got too many.
Well,
I
see
think Jay got.
that right there. There are more people that feel that way, but actually, Nas has 20. If you just take, let's say, let's say like 4 albums, you could pull 5 songs off 4 of Nas albums that could contend with the 20J. I'm not saying Nas wins it.
I'm
But
not saying Nas can't. I'm just saying it would be tough. I think Jay has too many moments culturally where, oh, you remember where you heard this was like, oh, this is different for Jay. Like I remember listening to Excuse Me Miss and like, oh, this is different.
Yeah, so
And I think Nas don't have enough of those moments for me
we got
personally.
Black Girl Lost.
so let me say this. I think that I actually think that
Sorry, Reggie.
Jay-Z would lap Nas in the verses,
Damn.
right? However,
Why do y'all start there, nigga? I thought we was trying to be cool.
let me finish. However, I think it's more of the format is the reason why he would lap him. I think Nas has probably 40 great songs. But I don't know if, and you mentioned Black Girl Lost, one of my all-time great songs. I don't know if that plays well in a verse.
You're right.
So I think Jay-Z has much more like much yeah. I mean So I just think it's more a format, not of the catalog of songs. I think verses is just more up tempo, more upbeat, just more just more of radio play songs.
Uchi Wally, come on.
Yeah, but I mean, it's for every Uchi Wally you got.
All right. Who you putting on the stage with?
Right.
So
who you got going versus Jay?
So actually,
all hot and shit.
I don't have anybody on stage with Jay, right? And I'm not even a great. I'm not even like a big
whole venture.
No. So I think right. Yeah. So I don't think anybody can stay on stage with Jay-Z. I think it would have to be some type of combination of multiple artists, almost kind of.
Wayne can't do it, Reggie.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so.
We're gonna start a fucking playlist. All right.
Yeah,
Y'all bring the Jay-Z, I'll bring the Wayne, and we'll do the 20. We'll share that with the TBD audience.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, my thoughts on this is, as much as
Drake can stand on stage with him.
As much as OVOB as I am, you know how people say, what's the thing? You say, don't argue with people because, or stupid people, they bring you down to the level and kill you with their experience.
Right.
I think it's.
I thought you were gonna say, don't argue with fools from a because you can't tell.
Yeah. Right. Well, no. I'm gonna say that. Yeah. I say that because I think a lot of the songs.
Are you calling me stupid people?
No. Not at all. I'm saying that in the sense that I think that a lot of the songs that Drake have that would be wins, it would be unfair to do because Jay don't have a song. We're going home. Like Drake can't play Just Hold On, We're Going Home in the verses with Jay because where
I
would you
know what
place
you're saying. I
that?
know what you're saying.
Where would you place that in the verses after what song?
He'd have to play his rap slaps.
Right, he would have to do all his rap slaps, and I think
No, I was just gonna say, I think when we start to kind of break down Jay-Z songs, it's gonna be kind of similar to how we felt about No Limit. We're gonna realize that it's so many.
Oh no, we
Yeah.
know the catalog.
It's gonna end up kind of being a bit not unfair.
I think I'm gonna have to remind y'all of Wayne catalog. And I'm not even a big Wayne fan, but to Reggie's like description of how it would have to be with Hove slaps, it would have to be a Wayne. Now on JBP, I said Future. I would never say Future, but I do understand that Future could actually stand on the stage. He has the slaps. It's just that Jay would beat him because his rhymes are just
yeah,
better.
that I saw that and I was confused by that take on the same reason. Like Future got songs, but as far as bars, I can't see it. It's not it. Future don't have the bars.
Can Nicki stand on stage with Hove?
No.
What?
So for the same reasons Drake.
Uh-oh.
She got songs that are not rapidy rap that are big songs for her.
Okay. Well, we're gonna do the Wayne versus Jay Jones for sure. I like that.
No, this is interesting. That's an interesting discussion that keep coming up. And again, Jay will never do a versus, but make your playlist. Make your playlist and let us know. I saw one earlier. It was a Drake and Jay playlist, and I commented on Twitter. The first thing I saw the matchups of the song, I was like, "This is a terrible song selection for Drake," because I had it like I said, as much OVO as I am, I was looking at this playlist matchup that they did, and a couple things. It made me wonder how old was the person who did this list, because it felt like they were underestimating the impact that those Jay records had. One. And two, just looking at it, I'm like, oh man, this is like 13-7 Jay with these 20.
Easy.
It was not the 20 I would pick for Drake. I would have to do the 20 for Drake because I hated this person's list.
What was the best song on a list for Drake?
It was one of the guys playing. It was one of them. It wasn't one of the rapidy rap songs that I like from Drake. So
Drake
whatever.
and Breezy?
Nah, they're two different lanes.
Okay.
Nah. But shout out to them. Is it too early for the political perspective?
Oh, go ahead. I was going to ask you, is it time?
Yeah, I think it's time politically. What we got going on, Reggie? Well, I know we got a lot going on, but what you want to ISO on, or what you want to talk about for sure?
Yeah. So, welcome to the political perspective with myself, Reggie, aka Speed and Bullet, and my man B. 3 exclamation points. Always remember, if you are not political, you do not have a perspective. So, first thing I wanted to talk about was the SNAP benefits. That is something that is on everyone's mind. Whether or not you receive SNAP benefits, you're probably concerned about how people are going to be able to feed their families because, I'm assuming that most people have a heart. So even if you are not a recipient, you know that this is affecting a lot of people. So we all know about the government shutdown. Government has been shut down since October 1st, and now it has passed into November 1st, which means that a lot of these federal programs are not going to be funded. And SNAP was one of those programs that was due to not be funded starting on November 1st. Now, there was a court ruling on Friday that two federal judges ordered the Trump administration to use its available emergency contingency funds to continue to pay for the SNAP benefits. The judges ruled that the administration acted unlawfully in trying to withhold these funds. What does that really mean, right? Because it's the first of the month, right? We all know that this would be a time where folks will be receiving some SNAP benefits. And as of right now, the reports are that these benefits although the courts have stepped in, are still going to be delayed. That there is a process that has to go through in order for those funds to actually be sent out to the people who are the recipients of SNAP. It's also within the court ruling, the Trump administration's kind of response. And I think it's interesting when we hear and we see these court rulings to kind of do a little bit of research to kind of see like how courts came to these decisions, but also to understand that the Trump administration, they sent lawyers to kind of defend this, right? So they were sued, and Trump lawyers had to defend why they could not release the SNAP funds. And
Right.
one of the reasons that they gave was they did not consider people not receiving SNAP funds as being an emergency. And the courts did not agree with that.
Right.
They agreed that people not receiving SNAP benefits, it obviously is an emergency. But that was their argument, that this is not an emergency. And I think that if you've been following the Trump administration this time out, the only emergencies are the ones that they declare emergencies. And this is just another kind of example of that. So one of the questions that the Trump administration had for the courts is, can the court kind of explain to them how is it that they can move these funds around? So this is going to kind of delay these funds being released while the court has to kind of sort through how these funds can actually be sent to the recipient. So it doesn't look like it's going to be something that is going to happen within the next couple of days.
Right.
But according to the courts, the Trump administration does have to release these funds.
Yeah.
Like I said, we don't really know when that's going to happen. So we will have to kind of stay tuned with that. But it's clear that people are not going to get the benefits that they are normally used to getting. And possibly if they do get benefits, it would be, less than what they're used to receiving. So hopefully, anyone that's having any issues, that they have, some folks within their circle that can help out with making sure that, that they're able to feed their families, and, different programs, churches, and just the generosity of people.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can tap into that.
Yeah, I did notice that some of the the food banks and some of the actual apps that we use to order food, GoPuff in particular, DoorDash even announced something as far as doing things to help SNAP benefit recipients. Y'all can look that up and see what those benefits are. I did want to ask you, Reggie, just your gut, like, how does this end? Like, not how does it end? What do you think the overall goal is with this administration with SNAP? Do you think they just their goal ultimately is to get rid of it completely, or alter it to a point where, like, what do you think the goal is?
Yeah, I mean, and I think that the goal is to get rid of SNAP completely.
Okay.
And there has been so many cuts to SNAP, throughout the years. And even in Trump's big, beautiful bill, there were cuts to SNAP. So there's already precedent from the Republicans that they are going to try to just trim as much from SNAP as possible. But I think ultimately they would like for the SNAP benefits to go away completely. I think that that's just a part of the Republican kind of plan of less government, less social safety nets, as they're called. And for whatever reason, it just feels like the Republicans just have a bit of a cynical way of looking at the citizens in the United States. I mean, when you talk about just wanting to erode a lot of those social safety net programs that are out there, it's just unfortunate. That's what it appears, that they're just kind of chopping away as they see fit.
Yeah, I just want people to also pay attention to, the lingo or the talk had been cutting the deficit, and pay attention to the fact that there have been a bunch of programs cut and funds for existing programs cut. However, the deficit is increasing. I just want you to ask yourselves, where's that money going? What else you got, Reggie?
Yeah, so a couple of things that we got going. I mean, Trump is just came back from his Asia trade trip, where
Yes.
Trump visited a bunch of Asian countries. He visited Malaysia, Japan, South Korea, and obviously China. The biggest takeaway is that the United States and China has came to a bit of a trade truce, where and I don't really even call it a truce because it was more of like a one way like trade battle. It was really Trump and his tariff. We're gonna the 120% and just his random numbers that he just came up with,
Right.
to just throw out there and to just really, in my opinion, just to kind of manipulate the market. And if you see how people made a lot of money based on the uncertainty of the tariffs. But what's interesting about it is you realize during this trip that as much as Trump, talks just shit about everybody, including China, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to sitting down with people, Trump he got his hands folded. He ain't the same Trump as he is here as he
Yeah.
is there.
Yeah.
And it makes you kind of wonder, like, what's really going on? Is his rhetoric just something to get people riled up? And he's calling over to China's president and saying, whatever you hear, don't worry about that. Because you don't go from like China is our biggest adversary there, to like, how they portray China when they talk about China to the American people. You would think that we don't have relations with them at all. That we
Yeah.
wouldn't sit down, almost like they're like a terrorist country. Like the way they talk about how bad China is, and you see that when it's time for the rubber to meet the road, you have to actually talk to people, and you have to make decisions for the entire country. And I just think it's just interesting that Trump isn't Trump when he's over there standing next to a counterpart.
In other words, Debo be like, shut the fuck up. I do. But when he leave, I'll be talking again.
Yeah, and what I think is absolutely fascinating is Trump can go to China and all of these Asian countries, and he can come up with trade deals and sit down and talk to these folks. He can, in his words, stop all of these wars, and he was instrumental in stopping the Israel Hamas war.
Mm.
However, he cannot fix the government being shut down. How is that even possible? That you can do all these things, but you cannot step in order to get this fixed. And
I'm
it
glad we're here.
and it really
I,
shows you it really shows you that his goal is not for the American people. Because you can negotiate with terrorists, but you can't govern within your own country. Seems absolutely ridiculous.
I don't think that, and this might be crazy to say, but I don't think that the goal is to stop the government from being shut down. I think it's really interesting the unity and messaging from everyone from that side of the administration. The primary goal has been to, whatever question is asked, see how you can blame Democrats. Everything that's said as far as the government being shut down and why the shutdown is taking so long has been radical leftists, or the Democrats are not doing X to promote Y. it's just very, very interesting to watch unfold in real time that this is the thing that's happening, to the point where no, you don't. I don't think you are trying to get the government to not be shut down. You just want to have the Democrats be the bad guys in hopes of political gain in the future, favorable political gain in the future. That's my observation of it, of just watching the things that are being said. Like, they're openly not answering questions that are directly asked, to just say, no, the Democrats are doing this. I saw an interview. They asked him something recently, and he said, I don't even know, was it Trump? I can't remember, but the question was about, I can't even remember what the question was about, but they went back to Obama, and then Biden was not was irresponsible, or just not smart enough to know that he was getting played by accident. It's like, wait, what are you talking about? We're talking about something that's happening right now, and you're blaming Obama and then Biden for, like, what are you talking about? So
Yeah,
it's just
and
interesting.
yeah, it's definitely interesting. And we could spend a whole lot of time on the government shutdown, because
Yeah.
it really is interesting that the last shutdown that we had was under Trump,
Yeah.
and it's just ironic that Trump's brand of leadership equals these types of stalemates in government. And just to kind of let people understand how it works is the Constitution is written in a way where you have to have what's called a supermajority in order for the Senate to pass a bill, right? So most people know that it's 100 seats in the Senate, and it normally fluctuates. Someone might, a Republican may have 52, Democrats may have 48, or somewhere around that number. However, you need 60 in order to pass a bill.
Yeah.
So the reason why this was created, in my opinion, by the forefathers, the people that created the Constitution, was to make sure that people work together, and to make sure that it was not just one party making all of the decisions. Even if that party has the majority, still it creates a scenario where you have to work together in order to get to that 60. And I believe that's how governing should work. That you should have not just 51, because that's not, because now you're really kind of putting the whole country is decided just by one vote, one person.
Yeah.
And I think that when you say 60 votes is needed, that is more closer to closer to a majority than just one person. But that just means that our politicians need to work together,
Yeah.
and they normally do work together. It's really just under Trump that they don't work together. I mean, it's normally, people have, and I've been saying this a lot, that it feels like under Trump, all of the Republicans share the same brain, and they
Yeah.
say the same thing over and over again. They say the same thing over and over again, and they never really answer questions about what the topic really is. And the topic is real simple. It's about ACA subsidies. That's what it's about. They'll say that it's about immigrants receiving health care. They'll pivot to all kinds of ridiculous reasons, but they'll never ever really talk about the main reason, which is the ACA subsidies. And one of the things that they say is, let's just sign a bill and then we'll work out the subsidies. Who in this Trump world thinks that that's going to happen? I
No one.
mean, no one. I mean, no one at all. And if it's that simple, then just sign it, and then we got you. But that would be too much like I said, too much like people actually working together. But under Trump, it just seemed like that is just a no go. That's just a no go under Trump.
I do want to shout out the government employees that are still acting with integrity, going to work, not getting a check. I know that's a tough thing to do, not from personal experience, just having to imagine going to work for a month and not getting a paycheck and just hoping that eventually it comes to an end and you'll get your back pay. Um, Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas coming up. I don't know if there's been any talks that would give any hope to the government shutdown coming to an end anytime soon. This is a mess, and I do want to shout out those employees who are continue to act with integrity and do their job, and yeah, provide the service that they were hired to do. Shout out to y'all.
I mean, and that has to be rough,
Yeah.
to work and to not get paid.
Yeah.
Like that's like you can't even really imagine that.
No.
I mean, and if ever anyone has ever missed an hour from off of their check and how annoying it is.
Right, an hour. Right,
Yeah, just an hour. You know, I get phone calls and texts all day.
Yeah, you.
And we're talking about whole paychecks.
Yeah,
It's it's ridiculous. They got to get it together.
Yeah, I got two sisters, government employees. They're not having the best of time. So shout out to them.
But I also think it's important to note that although government workers are not being paid, construction is still going on in the White House.
Yes.
So we've all seen the pictures of the east wing of the White House being demolished, which really upset a lot of people.
A lot of people
upset Black people because of just our just we don't really care. Like, but it upset a lot of people. Most notably, Chelsea Clinton was very upset.
Really, what she said? I didn't see her comment.
Yeah, she posted something on X, just about just really like the eroding of history and just how someone would be able to just do that just haphazardly without even any oversight. She was very just very upset and vocal about her disagreement with the renovations. And it's also funny that you'll see a lot of Republican MAGA talking heads will say something like, Obama did renovations that cost. Well, they'll say Obama did renovations. He added a basketball court that cost $300 million. You'll see that floating around there. And for anybody that has a small bit of brain cells, knows that in no world would it take $300 million to build a basketball court. But the facts are that a basketball court was built. It was built, and I'm sure you hate this, B. It was built over top of the tennis court. Yeah, but they just put up a net. They just put up a net and a goal, and there's your basketball court, Mr. President. Of course, it don't have to be NBA regulation, but it's just stuff like that you'll hear so much like misinformation, floating around. But another renovation that Trump just unveiled was he renovated the Lincoln bathroom. He did a full renovation of the Lincoln bathroom, which is attached to the Lincoln bedroom, which is a room in the White House that is used for like guests staying over. But Trump wanted to renovate this bathroom, and he, in his Trump style. Most of the fixtures are, made of gold or gold plated. It looks ugly, but I think the previous look was ugly too, just an ugly bathroom, period. But once again, federal workers are not being paid, but this work is being done. It almost feels like a taunt, like to the country, like it almost feels like Trump is like trolling the country, or he has to have no self-awareness at all. Like, regardless of whether or not you renovate this bathroom, why would you display this during a time where people are not being paid? Like, people don't want to see a new bathroom. It's just like he's trolling the country.
Yeah, I think he recognizes that it don't matter what he does. Like he said a while ago during his first run that he could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and they would still vote for him. And if you know that, why do you care about anything? Why do you care about anything? I know I'm gonna have a certain base that supports me regardless of whatever, and that base got me to be president again. And yeah, I don't care. I'm doing anything. I'm how rolled I am. I'm building a ballroom. I'm adding gold to the Lincoln bathroom, and I don't care. Um, but yeah, anything else or
Yeah, so the last thing I want to run through real quick is just November 4th, I'm sorry, is election day. And
yes, very important.
all throughout the country, this is one of the smaller elections that we have. You have the presidential election, which is the biggest. Obviously, most people come out for the presidential election. And then you have the midterm election, which is the midway between the president's four years. So we'll be dealing with the midterms in 2026, which would which would give us an idea of whether or not the country is accepting of how Trump has been governing the last 2 years, and whether or not the people, support his cause by voting in more Republicans or more Democrats. So that's the election that most people are looking forward to. For us here in Pennsylvania, we have the retention election, and you may have gotten some advertisements that saying cast your yes or no vote, for our Pennsylvania State Supreme Court justices. So this vote that's going to be this ballot measure vote is going to be a simple question of, whether or not we should keep our current Supreme Court justices in place, or should we? So yes would be to keep our current Supreme Court in place. A no would trigger a 2-year process to elect a new judge. So judges are normally elected on a 10-year basis in Pennsylvania. This would actually turn that into a 2-year term.
Yeah.
So what does that actually mean? So in order to bring this type of vote up now is very interesting, because at this point right now, Pennsylvania is what we would consider a red state. Pennsylvania went to Donald Trump,
Yes.
which means that the majority of the counties went Republican. So right now, there is a 5-3, judge. There are 5 Democratic judges and 3 Republican judges.
Mm-hmm.
If the vote comes down as no, now those judges will now only be on a 2-year, and now they'll have to run for office again.
Run for office, yeah.
And with the state being mostly red, means that it's a high possibility of more of these judges being Republican, just based on it happening during a time when Republicans have most of the state. So if you do see this ballot measure, a yes vote would actually keep things the way it is, and keep those judges on a 10-year cycle. And the reason why that's important is because to vote no means that if you voted for these judges, say 5 years ago, now that means that you voted for them to have a 10-year term, and now that term is being cut short. Which is really kind of the opposite of democracy. That's meaning that now we're going to kind of change the rules, and your 10-year term is now a 4-year term. So that's something to look forward to when we do go out and vote. And I always tell people, to have a plan to vote. It's always best to vote early. In these types of elections, is normally not going to be a lot of people, but it definitely is important to get out there and vote, and make sure that that your voice is heard. And I think that in the past, when people have said that, and there's probably a time where I would hear that and I would be like, whatever. But like we say every week, if you're not political, you don't have a perspective, and your perspective is shown in being a part of the process and voting on things that matter. And if you're a person that doesn't understand at this point that these things matter, you really gotta
You're doing yourself a disservice
absolutely.
by not paying attention.
Yep.
Yep. That was great. Reggie, close out. You want to close out the political perspective?
Yep. This is the political perspective. And once again, vote next Tuesday. And if you are not political, then you do not have a perspective.
All right. Once again, great political perspective, gentlemen. I appreciate you as always. And now it's our favorite time of the show, top 5. The top 5 this week, I thought since we are so close, since we are right after Halloween, we're actually after Halloween, so I figured that we would do something similar to, Halloween. We did villains before. And I started with top 5 scary movies. But then I decided to expand it and include scary moments as a child or things that scared you as a child. I mean, I think we know one of these. I don't know if he's going to include on the list.
I'm going to leave it off the list. Like I said, I feel like I beat this to death with this movie and the character. I'm not going to bring this up.
It seemed like it was paused, Reggie, but it wasn't.
Yeah. Beat this to death, pause, whatever. I got it. I just was trying to be mature, but fuck y'all. Go ahead.
So, who would like to begin? Who would like to start?
I can go first. I don't mind. I'll go first. All right. So, top 5 scary movies or scary moments. I have a full list, and I got a couple honorable mentions. Honorable mentions. I don't really have a particular order, but the top 2 I think are the top 2. Okay. Number 5. I'm gonna go with Silence of the Lambs. When I was a kid, this is movies you shouldn't have watched when you was younger. I saw this, and that movie, it was pretty goddamn scary. Dr. Lecter at the end with her being on the phone, Dr. Lecter, that shit freaked me the fuck out as a kid. So that's number 5. Number 4, Cujo.
Cujo.
Yes, the dog that was possessed, got bit by a bat, and was crazy as shit. And Cujo for me. Number 3. There was a movie, you might can find it, VHS.
That's the name of the movie?
The movie is VHS.
That wasn't a scary movie though, was it?
Shit. The fuck?
I think that was a comedy. Maybe I'm thinking
No, you thinking about the wrong shit. You better Google that shit. VHS was, and it's the second one, but it might be a third one at this point. I don't know. But VHS was like a series of short stories that seemed to be like taped on VHS tapes of people in scary situations. It was Google it. VHS, scary as shit. Okay. Number 2. Now these are in order. Actually, they're not. Number 2. Actually, I got 3 more. I'm sorry, I can't count. Anyway, I got to get these 3 out. Whatever, no number, but The Fly.
The Fly. Okay.
The Fly used to fuck with me. I hated this shit because could this really happen? And then, giving birth to a baby fucking fly. It was crazy. Number 2. There are 2 movies in my life that I can think of off the top of my head that after I watched them made me sleep with the lights on for a period of time. And these last 2 movies made me sleep with the lights on for a period of time. The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
That movie, and I was an adult. I was like 19 when like I saw
I
this
was
as
just
an
about to say.
no, I was not a kid. I was not at the age where I could have deciphered what was real and what was fake, but it fucked with me so much. Too much. Shouldn't have seen that in the movie. I See Dead People. Shout out to Sixth Sense. Bruce Willis, one of my favorites. Sorry that everything going through. And another movie, this last one. I saw the first installment of this movie, and now I just act like they don't exist
What is it?
because Final Destination. I will never, ever, ever, ever. I saw the first one. Think I was working at the movie theater when it came out. I saw the first one and just never watched another one ever again after that. Like I don't know what number they're up to. I know two. I will never watch another Final Destination movie again. That should terrify the fuck out of me.
I
So
watched
Listen.
it.
Final Destination, that was on my list, and Final Destination
Man, we all
is
had it.
definitely goaded. And what's crazy is I asked my daughter earlier about her list, right? Because I have this philosophy I wanted to say real quick that I feel like horror movies kind of ended in the 90s because
Yeah.
yeah,
of the ratings.
Fact.
You couldn't make an R movie anymore because now kids can't go in there, and it was just a whole big thing, um, just about movie ratings. But Final Destination is the reason why nobody drives behind a truck that has anything that looks loose in the bed. Like it really changed how people like drive. Like, man, I'm not having no Final Destination moment, some big ass log or something fly out the back. No, I'm switching lanes every time. Like it's
every single
crazy.
time.
It definitely.
So Reggie, give
Um,
us yours then.
yeah, so my all-time scariest movie is a movie called Hellraiser.
Mm,
Oh
Like with the
yeah.
dude with the pins in his face. I mean,
yeah,
it's scary for me to this day. I wanted to watch it recently just to see if it's still scary, and guess what? I ain't fucking with it. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not fucking with it. Yeah, I'm not fucking with it. Like
Real-
it's a scary ass movie.
that movie is scary from the poster.
No doubt. No doubt. That's a scary ass movie. The next one I have on my list was Misery. Now, I know it's not
Ooh,
necessarily a horror movie, but
But it's scary.
it's definitely scary. I mean, and it also shows you that listen, if you do not have the strength of your extremities, it ain't really nothing that you can do. And the famous scene when she knocked his ankles into next week. I mean,
yeah,
it's one of the most horrible
yeah.
scenes that's ever been seen on a movie screen. I mean, just absolutely horrible, horrible. Um, I had Silence of the Lambs, so I'm gonna give that one to B. That was just a movie that actually did
Okay.
scare me.
Yeah.
I'm like that shit is real.
Yes.
Right? Like that shit is real.
You're living with some fava beans, some
Um,
Chianti.
so I have two more. I have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the very
Oh,
first one.
Leatherface.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
Leatherface, the old one. And I think that's one of those movies that in the beginning you saw the disclaimer that said that this movie is based on actual you like,
Yeah.
oh
Those
hell
are the
no.
ones, right? The ones where it's like these are based on actual events. I
You
hate
like
that.
hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like hell no. Now there's another one that came out around the time of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's a movie called The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For
Mm.
Yeah.
sure.
No,
The
that's
Hills
that
Have
definitely
Eyes.
is list worthy.
Scary as
Yeah.
shit. Like, nah. I mean, that's one of those things that, we're like, as black people, man, we're going in the middle of nowhere. No, like we ain't doing it. No wrong turn in Tahoe. Like we not doing that. Like it
Mm-mm.
probably movies like that have probably scared our community so much that we don't venture out into different parts of it. Nah, we not doing that.
Mm-mm.
No, no, we definitely not doing that. And there's one last one I got, and I recently saw this one, and I
Mhm.
think I thought about it, and it actually kind of made me realize that they're trying to kind of bring back horror movies. You know, you see, and it's a lot of movies that are made in China that has a lot of horror movies that's in that kind of universe um of a few other movies. I think it's Conjuring is in that same kind of universe.
Oh,
Conjuring, yes.
yes.
So they're all
Insidious.
like in this, yeah, they're all in the same universe. The Nun, if y'all haven't
I
checked it
heard
out,
that was good.
is
All
wild.
right. We
Yeah,
might have
it's,
watched
it's
that
wild.
tonight.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
tonight.
wild. So
Okay.
It's
that's
not the
mine. Oh yeah, and I was just saying that's mine. I got a couple honorable mentions, but I'll save them till you're done, James.
it's another Nun movie, but I think that's a triple X drone. All right. So I don't have them in no particular order, but my first one is Chucky. Now, Chucky is a campy type of horror movie.
Yes.
It's not really because of Chucky. It's because of my buddy. And I think I might have told y'all this story, right? But my brother had a My Buddy doll. Of course, the black My Buddy.
Yeah.
And that draw always, you know what I'm saying, especially after Chucky. But I remember one day, me and my brother were upstairs and we were like in the hallway, and My Buddy flew up the step. Now, I assume my father did it. Okay. My father was a big dude, so he was heavy with the foot. After we were shook, I immediately ran downstairs. My dad was sitting on the couch like it was nothing. He didn't know what was going on. So my buddy may or may not, but I tell you what, after that, I threw that nigga away.
Yeah.
I threw him
Smart
away.
move. Yeah.
That was it. That was it. All right. Number 2, and you're going to see a little theme with this. Poltergeist. Now, Poltergeist had and they had several scary parts. The old man that came to the crib, you know what I mean? The girl pointing to the movie screen, all that, right? Here, Reggie, all crazy and shit. But the scariest part for me was when the little boy had the doll in his room, the clown that was sitting in the far corner.
Yes, in the corner. Yeah.
He turned the lights out. That nigga was gone. He went and looked on one side of the bed. He ain't see it. And then he looked on and it grabbed him. Oh my God, I was dead. I could never be around no more of them type Jones. I never wanted to look under my bed.
Yeah.
Never. All right.
That's a good one.
My third one. Killer Clowns / It. I'm not big on scary clowns. To this day, I'm not saying that, you know what I mean, but you know what I mean, okay? No clown shit. We ain't doing that. All right. Final Destination was on my list. And the reason why Final Destination, besides not driving behind a truck that got some logs and shit on it, but I always fear about falling in the shower and shit and breaking every bone in my body. You know that there's a certain way you could fall that ends your whole life in the shower. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. And then 2 more. Jason and Mike Myers. Them niggas always scared me. You know what I mean? In the woods, dark cribs and shit. All that shit was scary to me. And my last one, and this probably scare y'all too, Get Out.
Oh, for sure. For
sure. So many reasons.
Yeah, no.
Even to this day.
Yeah. It's yeah. Here's a off the wall question. I know we talked about Sydney Sweeney earlier. Could she get you to her parents' house
With
to
the
get out
tea?
set up with the tea? Is Sydney Sweeney getting it done at the Get Out house?
Nigga, I would see you and be like, you gotta get out. Cause they got me. Them did it. Them did it. Oh,
Gone.
I think
it's
the Get Out
over.
movie has
Yeah.
caused a lot of people not to. It was too real. Like, you know, like,
Yeah, like
some
like
movies can be like, you're like, ah, nah, that ain't gonna happen.
Right.
That Get Out was a little too real. Like, just a little too real. Nah, I'll pass.
No white
I don't-
person can stir no tea around me. They
Yeah,
like, you want
please
some
don't.
tea? Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like, nah, I'm a coffee drinker.
Right. Well, we got some of that too. Nope. Nope.
Ice from Dunkin' Donuts.
Spigot. I'm a nigga. Give me some spigot water.
Oh man, that was a
man.
good festive top 5. But yeah, shout out to the common theme, Final Destination. I think that is a unanimous. Like you said, it was just shit that could happen. Like
I ain't
who don't
watching
go to
no
the
more of them
who
joints.
don't go to the airport and be looking out the window like, if this plane blow the fuck up, I'm gonna go right home. Fuck this trip.
Oh my god, yo.
But
Listen,
yeah,
don't
shout out.
don't have a seat next to the wing. You looking, you staring at that wing like, man, listen, man.
First of all,
Enjoy it.
if I have a window seat, my window is down.
Yeah.
We not looking at that at all, bro.
Oh man, this is a great show. James, close us out,
All right.
man. That was great.
Listen, man. Shout out to everybody that tuned in live with us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all decided to be with us here tonight. And for that, we appreciate you. Shout out to our listeners, our supporters, our subscribers. Man, we continue to do this because y'all continue to show up for us. So on behalf of myself, James, my yawning ass co-host B3 exclamation point.
It's late.
Nah, facts. We old. We washed. We already said that.
I'm a morning guy and it's late.
Listen, here's the before we go, me and you both on the same type time. We got a text from our third co-host. Yo, I gotta be out. Yeah, I mean, my nigga he on the move. That's how cool he is. Like, y'all not fucking my whole Saturday night up. I'm out this joint. You know what I mean?
That's wild. That's wild. That is not even accurate. My kid just finished her choir thing. She told me she had the art museum freezing,
Choir
and
thing.
I'm going to go pick her up. I gotta save my baby.
I know.
I gotta save my baby.
I used to be trying to save babies too, my nigga.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
but listen, man, shout out to y'all. James B3 exclamation points and Reggie. We appreciate y'all as always. See y'all next time. And as always, it's all TBD. Peace.
Peace. Choir tings.